Hello.
All right. Welcome back to another week of All Up in the Business. I'm Kymone.
And I'm Joelle.
And we are excited to be on with you. Both of us sporting some specs today. Joelle, you got some new glasses. Talk to us about that.
Yes, I got them because my eyesight changed.
And, well, my eyesight changed, but these glasses are just simply what called blue light glasses. Just because I've been looking at a screen all day. Y'all, listen, tell us where y'all are watching this from. Just type it in the comments. Tell us where you're watching this. So we can shout you out. We can say hello to you. We're excited about this episode today. We're going to be talking about thanks, but no thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, but no thanks. So
thanks, but no thanks.
Thanks, but no thanks. So really excited about that. So just type in the comments. Let us know where you're watching this from. And also, you can share this on your own platform. Share this on your own platforms. We're excited. This is going to be a really good one. So type it in the comments. Let us know where you're watching this from so we can give you a shout out. Oh, wow. Someone's watching this all the way from Tampa. Wow.
Wow, that's so fun.
Maybe we'll meet this person one day, right?
I know. We should do like a little video.
Yeah,
That'd be so
maybe we
fun.
should bring on screen. All right, good. All right, listen. Real quick, we're gonna get into our show today, talking about thanks, but no thank you. Right? How
respectfully
and why to say no in business and really for life. Again, for those who don't know, Joelle is a teen entrepreneur. And tell us a little bit. You're a teen entrepreneur. Tell us a little bit about at least one of your businesses so that people know. And by the way, we have something special at the end. You don't want to go anywhere. So just tell us a little bit, Joe.
So my name is Joelle, and the business that I'll tell you about today is Slaybay Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
It originated in Tampa Bay,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why Slaybay, Bay is spelled B-A-Y because it originated in Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a body care business, and our products that we have out now are body butters and lip balms.
Here we go. I think I had one.
But it's the wrong packaging.
Yeah, I know. All right. So today we're talking about thanks, but no thanks. And we're going to get into it real soon. Again, type where you're watching this from so we can say hello to you, shout you out. So real quick, Joel, what's something really interesting or just anything that happened to you today? What was the coolest thing or just anything interesting happened to you today?
I don't know if it was cool, but what I did today is... Thank you.
Thanks, Angel.
Thank you. What I did today that I wouldn't really say was fun or cool, I took the PERT, which is the test that you have to take to be able to, if you pass it, you can do dual enrollment. So I'm hoping to be able to do dual enrollment, so I had to take that test today.
All right. Good stuff, Joel. You're a student doing that schoolwork. All right, listen, I'm excited about this. We're going to jump into this topic tonight. Thanks, but no thanks. And real quick, in the comments, just let us know, is saying no something that is hard for you or easy? So just type, it's easy for me if it's easy for you to say no to things, and type, it's hard for me if it's hard for you to say no to things, right? And I'm just going to start off. It is difficult for me to say no. How about you, Joelle?
I would say I'm in the middle. Like, if I'm fed up or if I'm tired, I can say no very easily.
You're in the middle. I can understand why.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I know why. I mean, because your personality. You're sometimes when you're more. Yep. This is why you're in the middle. Because your mom is more in the middle. So I think that you kind of have that.
Okay, I didn't know if you were trying to throw shade.
No, I was not throwing shade. Throwing shade. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. Anybody else? Is it hard or easy for you to say no? Anybody else? All right. So let's roll a little bit. Thanks, but no thanks. Why? How to say no in business? So let's start off, right? Like I'm saying it's hard for me. And Joelle say you're in the middle. And some of us can all relate at some point. Why is it hard for us to say no to people in business and in life? What are some things that cause us to say yes when we really want to say no? Right? Why is it hard for us?
Like you don't want to miss an opportunity.
Yeah.
You don't know if like the advice that they're giving you, oh my gosh, is this gonna be the the thing that helps my business? Is this going to be the thing that I really enjoy? You don't want to miss an opportunity. It's like the FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. Bible Patrol man said it depends, right? It depends if it's hard or easy. That fear of missing out and missing out on an opportunity is so big. I see it with things where you go, I said no to something and then it blew up, right? Like someone told me buy this thing, might have been a stock or whatever, and it blew up, and you go, I should have said yes. And so there might be things that you want to say no to, but you're scared if you'll miss an opportunity. And the same thing Karine is saying here, worried about missed opportunity if you say no. That's absolutely one of the reasons. What is another reason you might say why you say yes when you want to say no?
You don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like,
oh, that one right there for me is like
like
I
want to say no, but you seem really nice. You seem really nice. Sorry, the camera went out of focus.
Oh, sorry.
You seem really nice, and I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't really want to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, that feelings thing is real. Like someone asks you something, they tell you to do something, and then you say, yes, I'm a people pleaser. Who's saying that? Fellow people pleaser. Listen, it's hard when you're like, man, yes, Myron, that's right. That's my struggle. Like you want to say no, but you say yes because you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So you say yes when you should say no. Now, there's another reason why I think people say yes when they should say no, why it's hard for us. And it's this thing, we put it here called reciprocity, right? And it's just a simple way of saying, like, for instance, we're in business. And so you're asking people to say yes to you. And so when someone else comes to you with something, you don't want to say no to them because you don't want someone else or even them to say no to you.
You don't want the same thing to happen to you. So, for instance, if I'm trying to sell a water, I'm asking people publicly, hey, do you want to buy this water bottle or do you want to buy this drink from me? And then somebody comes to you and asks you if you want to buy their lemonade. You feel like you have to say yes because you're wanting the same thing from other people.
Yeah.
So you feel like you have to give what you get.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny. Like we've gone to markets to be exhibitors. The people who buy the most are fellow exhibitors, right? And then you go around and buy from them because once you go around and say, hey, because you're just sitting there sometimes, you go around and say, hey, what do you sell? And they tell you, you go, man, I got to say yes. Because if
you're already at the table. Like
you're like, I have to say yes, right? Yeah. They say, even if it's trash. Because it's like, if I say no to them, like they're gonna come back to my table, and then I'm offering my stuff to them, and then they'll go, no. So it's like,
for me.
So you go, oh sure, sign me up, right? Like I've signed up for stuff because I was selling stuff, and I'm like, well, just gotta say yes, right?
Yeah.
So those are some of the reasons we have why it's hard for us to say no when we really should, when we sit them saying yes. I don't know if anybody else wants to add anything here. Some people are saying people pleaser, it's their struggle. Joelle, your mom says she's your twin, and Uncle Myron's he's resonating what you're talking about. He said even if it's trash, you still say yes. All right, so I guess we want to understand what are some things you need to say no to. Like, what are some things that, as a teen entrepreneur, as a teen, as an adult, right? Like, what are some things you should say no to?
You should say no to certain advice and then like opportunities.
Well, let's talk about advice a little bit. Why should you say no to some advice? And this is funny because
why no?
Because we have an example from a long time ago, right? Like, why should you say no to some advice?
Okay, sometimes you say no to some advice because if you take all the advice, you may get overwhelmed, and then you may find yourself doing too much at once. And sometimes people's advice, they don't know exactly what you're doing, so they might say it from an outside point of view, and they don't know exactly what your exact situation is, so their advice may not be fit for your situation.
Right, good answer. And here's what the truth is, right? Like with anyone, advice is helpful. So we're not throwing shade at people giving advice.
You have to.
Yeah, like
it's good to take advice and it's good to listen and learn. But what we're saying is like you shouldn't take everything.
Right? That's true. Like for anyone in life, you can't take everything that everyone says as advice And especially when you're younger, more people want to give you advice because they want to be helpful.
Yeah.
They see like potential in you. They see a little bit of themselves in you. They say, you know what, maybe you don't know what you're doing. So let me tell you what you should do.
Yeah.
But you got to say no to some advice.
Yeah.
Then you have to say no to some opportunities. You mentioned that. All right. So kind of explain a little bit on that.
If somebody, let's see, if somebody wants you to do something and you don't really necessarily want to do it, you shouldn't always do it, because at the same time it can also get you overwhelmed and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing I put here, what are some things we need to say no to is other people's agenda. Now, y'all do me a favor, type in the comments, what are some things you think you should say no to? What are some things in life you should say no to? Other people's agenda, right here, like other people say, I need you to do this and I need you to do it right now. He says, remember this, Heinz, the next time I want to do something impulsive, right? That's other people say, I need you to do this right now, right? And here's the thing. You have a time schedule that you may have, and then someone else may have that another schedule and be like, you know what, just come on over, just do this. And sometimes you got to say, no, I can't just follow your schedule for me. Mark High, Bible Patrol Man says, is it credible, right? Like you want to know, is the stuff that they're asking you to do, is it like something that you should follow the advice? They gave you advice. Is that credible? Does that really work? Does that really work? Low price. You should say no to a low price. Break that down for us. So what are some things you say no to? We talked about advice. You can't take all advice. We talked about opportunities. You can't take every opportunity, and you can't follow everyone's time schedule, right? And honestly, the recipe to get nothing done that you really want to get done is to do what everyone else wants you to do.
Yes.
That was really good.
What?
What I just said.
Yes, it was very good.
Come on, yeah, you're gonna give me my props. Give me my props. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about how to create a plan to not get boxed in, because sometimes we get boxed in. Have you ever like said yes to something and you go, what did I just say yes to? Have you ever done that?
No, not necessarily.
But you've seen it done?
Maybe.
That's so funny. Myron is saying, say no to people reducing your value. That's deep.
Like that. People be like, any cheaper price you got to do for me?
Yeah, that's true. We friends. We you know me, and boom. Yeah. You know, can I get it half off, right? And you ship it to me, and you pay the shipping, right? Yeah. He's like, no, say no to that. Say no to that. How to not get boxed in, and by boxed in is like you said yes when you really wanted to say no, and you can't turn back, or at least you feel you can't turn back, right? Like you said yes, and you feel like, man, I can't undo my yes. So, what are some tips and some discounts and barter deals? Woo! I've kind of bartered some stuff in my life, Danita. So I feel guilty. I feel guilty. But right, like give me the hookup spirit, right? Y'all talking about that stuff. Stuff you should say no to is discounts and barters. You give me your stuff, and I will.
Unless it's reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, well, like, yeah, it's true. But some people really try to take advantage.
Yes.
Especially if you're young.
Yes.
That's true. All right. So here's some ways to not say yes when you mean no, or you really want to say no. The first is, like this is your one here, right here.
Yeah, I love to go with if somebody like sends you something or something, or I love to go with I'll check it out.
Okay.
And like you have to appreciate what they say and thank them, because they in the end they're trying to help you.
True.
Whether you think it's going to help you or not, they're trying to help you.
Right.
So I think you should appreciate the offer. You can say thank you. I appreciate you looking out for me. I appreciate you considering me.
Very good. Yeah.
And I will check it out.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, even like you may want to check it out and you could end up saying yes. Or if you don't want to, that gives it an opportunity to say yes or no.
Yeah, I think one of the good things you just said is always lead with appreciation.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks for thinking about me. Thanks for recommending this to me. Thanks for making this deal, like, you know, like presenting this to me, or thanks. Like, because here's the truth. we're saying you got to say no to some, but you should say yes to some stuff, and you don't want to ever come across as, you know what,
Yeah, too cocky. I think I
yeah,
know
I
what
know
I'm
everything. You know everything,
doing.
right? So
Yeah.
say, okay, thank you. And then the second thing you mentioned is don't give an answer on the spot. Like sometimes we feel like, ooh, I got to tell them an answer right away. I got to say yes, no, I got to give it. No, like don't give an answer on the spot. So what's
Yeah.
some ways you can not give an answer on the spot, Joel?
For a teen, I think it's good to say, yeah, I can run that by my parents
Mm-hmm.
and say, I'll think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the suggestion. I'll see if I can work that into my business in some way. Because sometimes people try to give you business ideas, and that's great. You know, you can use some, you can leave some. So you can say, that's an interesting idea, or that's a good idea. I'll see if I can work that into my business or something like that.
Yeah.
So just give answers that
Leave room.
leave room for
Yeah.
a yes
Or
or a
no.
no.
Yeah, because honestly, sometimes it's hard in a moment to say no. Sometimes it's hard. Like someone gets you, they start telling you something, and you like, ooh, like I can't get out. And you go, you know what? Let me say thank you. Let me say I appreciate this. And let me then say, let me get back to you. Someone go ahead and give you your test question. So here's the thing, right? Like as he's typing that test question, one of the things you said is saying, I will let me check with my parents, right? can, can I have somebody but what you got, Joelle? Well, first, appreciate it. Here we go.
Okay. An action.
Yeah.
I appreciate you wanting some. I'm glad you want some. You can get some on our website at slaybaybeauty.com. And also, if you would like a free one, we do giveaways every 2 weeks.
Awesome. Awesome. Good, good. By the way, make sure you stay around. We got a real special offer coming for you all on here tonight. So don't hang up. This is a good lead in for where we're going. So so you say, let me check with, you can say you could check with someone else, right? Yeah. So as a teen, you could say, let me check with my parents, because you don't want an adult in a kind of sort of like a power situation, like give me an answer, give me an answer. No, let me check with my parents. Yeah. Another thing, if you have someone you're married to, let me check with my spouse. Also, here's something that everyone can do if someone's trying to get you to do something in terms of time. You can always say, give me some time to check my schedule. Now, most of us, we need a little bit of time to know what's going on. Do I have anything? So say, give me some time to check my schedule. That's always something that you can appeal to and say, yeah, I need some time.
I like that one. Let me do my research on that. I like it.
That's a good one. Yeah. Let me check, because you're right. If someone's telling you something to do, that may be, and we'll get to that in a little bit, like that may be their experience, but you need your own like confidence to know that you're doing this. Now he's saying this is his comeback.
I'm unemployed. What do you mean?
That means when you said like you could buy it on the website.
We have giveaways every 2 weeks where we give a free body butter, and there's no purchase necessary.
Awesome. Danita, this is a good one. I love this. Let me do my research on that. All right. Ooh, why does it do this? You saw the same thing?
Your teeth?
Yeah.
It's been happening the whole time.
Let me let me take this thing off. Maybe it's because I have this thing on top of us. Maybe if I take that off. Okay, still doing it. Okay. All right. We're talking about why we should say no, how we can do it. And so the next thing is what saying no does for us. Yes. Like what's the benefit? Yeah, what's the benefit of saying no? What's one of the first benefits of saying no, Joelle?
It helps us not be overloaded. Yeah. And like feel so like overloaded, basically. Yeah. Because if you're getting advice from people on different business ways to grow your business, right? So you have different ways, and like you're trying to do them all at once. Like you're literally in every single section, sprinkling like a little bit of time, like sectioning your time to each of them. But if you say no to some of them, you can work on some of them in small
yeah
like you can work on them more focused to them, and that might produce a bigger outcome. I'm not saying you can never do that, but you can always change up your business plan, but don't get overloaded with things that you're doing because somebody advised you to do it.
Yeah. that overload is such a big deal because I think we feel sometimes, oh, I can do it all. And I'm not saying you can't, but you can't do it all at once.
Yes.
You know, it's almost like the person who, if you ever seen people spin plates and stuff, they'll start spinning one. And once that one's going, then they'll put another one. Right now, I'm not trying to say you need to do that, but the point is you got to like work something first before you move on to something else. So Myron said boundaries, right? It's good to have boundaries. So that's one of the benefits of saying no, or one of the ways you should say no. Karina is saying it helps us to focus and give energy to what we really want to do. That's good. That's good. Talk about that a little bit, Joelle.
Yeah, like if you're in like 7 different categories of stuff, you're gonna be tired.
Yeah.
And if you literally work on 2 things, even at a slower pace, but you're putting more energy and you're doing more diligent work, you're gonna be able to see better results.
That's true. That's true.
You can know if that doesn't work for your business, because if you're doing all 7 at one time and something happens, how are you gonna know which one did
Yeah, true. You see, sometimes I think because we're doing so many things, none may work because we're not giving any of them enough energy for it to work, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need, okay, let me just work this thing. I know, listen, look, I'm the king of I want to do a lot of things, but just as we all are saying here, like if you focus on that one thing and give it time, like okay, just I'm selling this thing because we were someone says you need to sell 25 different things. It's like no, I'm just going to work this one thing right now. Say no to that so I can focus on this and do this the best I can. Danita is saying boundaries are not disrespect, they are self-value. I love that. They are not disrespect. Yes. So when you say no to someone, it's not trying to disrespect them.
Yeah.
You're saying I value me. Karine says saying no is a form of self-preservation. Listen, adults out there, teens out there watching this, parents, you're showing this to your teens. If you're starting anything, listen, you got to say no to protect you. Because here's the thing, once you burn out, everything you were doing, it's gone, right? Like it kind of shuts down. And so you need you to be well to do what you're doing. Someone gave this great quote that I grew up with, like you're a jack of many, but a master of none. So that's very important. So saying no, few things we said. First of all, it helps us not to be overloaded, helps us to focus. And what about our last one right here, Joe?
It gives us a better space for a yes.
Right.
Because when you find that thing, you have more time, you have more energy to go in on that one.
Yeah. So it leaves room for you when can you imagine like your hands are full and then something that you really want comes along, you have no room in your arms.
Yeah.
But if you leave some room when the right opportunity comes, like your schedule isn't overloaded, you can move some things around, but you give some space for the best yes. And that's one of the reasons you need to practice saying no. Practice saying, you know what? Not right now. I appreciate this. I'll check it out. I'll do my research
on that.
Yeah. Let me talk to someone, right? Danita, I like this acronym for focus, right? Follow one commitment until successful. That's it. Work that thing, work it until you see success, right? Until you determine that, okay, this is not going to work. But sometimes you don't know if something's not going to work because you didn't give it enough energy, enough focus, enough attention. What do you think, Joelle? So talking about yes and saying no, thanks, but no thanks, right? Like saying it, and this allows us to be better in business and better in life. And I'm talking to me, because as I said earlier, saying no is hard for me. All right, listen, we told everyone we have something special for them if they stay on this live. So Joelle, drum roll. Let me do my drum. Can I do my drum roll?
Yeah, but remember.
No, I got my shop monk now, so I think we're good. You ready?
Extra. Anyways,
what's the giveaway? What's the big reveal? What's the thing that everyone who's on here is able to take advantage of?
We are giving you guys a 40% off discount code that you can use, and it expires in 24 hours.
Okay, so first of all, tell them where they need to go to use this code. And I need someone to type this in the chat. So tell them where
we can type it in.
No, we can't.
Why?
I'll just tell you, we can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can't.
Okay.
All right.
So It is slaybaybeauty.com.
Okay.
And Bay is spelled B-A-Y.
Oh, I guess we could. Sorry. All right. Someone else type it because I put it in a different. If you're on Facebook, you'll see it differently. All right. So slaybaybeauty.com.
Mm-hmm. And the code is LIVE. LIVE, all caps.
All right. And if they use this code, what do they get?
They get a 40% off coupon
for anything in the store? You mean like this wonderful Ocean Breeze body butter, 4 ounce? Wow. This is a great deal. This is so awesome.
Why
I can get 40% off.
Oh my gosh.
While supplies last.
Yes.
Go to slaybaybeauty.com.
Thanks, Kareen.
Thanks, Kareen, for putting
appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you. And you can get how much? 40% off. But wait, there's more.
What's more?
No, there's no more. Sorry.
Okay, about to say.
Have you ever watched those infomercials? But wait, there's more. Right? All right, and the code is live. Listen, I enjoy this. We enjoy this. This is our regular time. It's gonna be 7:30 on a Thursday night. We'll come on here and we'll share just tips about life and business as a teenpreneur and a dad who's also in business, and just kind of understanding how to manage life. Because here's the truth, right? Like some of the lessons we're talking about here are lessons not just for business, it's lessons for life. Like learn how to say no. Like really, one of the challenges that many of us face is we've just said yes to too many things that we should have said no to. So take some of these principles, share this video with someone else. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. And what's that thing y'all say? Hit the
post notification.
All right, so that you can know when we're live. And we'll be back next week, Thursday.
Thumbs up button.
That's right. We'll be back next week, Thursday. Hey, Barbara. Good to see you. Awesome, awesome. Make sure you take advantage of the special offer right now.
Yes, say yes to this code.
Yes, say yes. That's right. That's right. That's good. That's good. This is, you said no to so many things. Come on, help me now. That's why you could say yes to 40% off for 24 hours by using the code LIVE. Come on.
Just for you guys.
Just for you guys. Just for you guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, listen, we appreciate y'all. This has been awesome. Please make sure you share this video. And with that, we will say